Are you ready?
Yes, I have the mission statement.
Okay, go
Our
ahead.
mission. Helping Parents Heal is a nonprofit organization dedicated to assisting bereaved parents. Through support and resources offered, we aspire to help individuals become shining light parents, meaning a shift from a state of emotional heaviness to one of hopefulness and greater peace of mind. Helping Parents Heal goes a step beyond other groups by allowing the open discussion of spiritual experiences and afterlife evidence in a non dogmatic way. Affiliate groups welcome everyone, regardless of religious or non religious background, and encourage open dialogue. Attendance at all of our meetings is voluntary. All discussions that take place at affiliate led meetings are confidential. We hope that participants will learn from and share with each other. Zoom meetings run by leadership are not confidential. These meetings typically feature guest presenters and are posted on YouTube so that affiliate members worldwide can watch and benefit. Neither type of Helping Parents Heal meeting is designed to replace traditional therapy or spiritual counseling. Helping Parents Heal offers a wide variety of speakers, allowing parents to learn about many possible ways to heal. This includes presenters covering progressive topics such as afterlife evidence and connecting with our children who have passed. The views expressed by our guest speakers may or may not reflect the opinion of Helping Parents Heal leaders and members, so we ask that you take from their presentations whatever may benefit you personally. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Becky. Thank you so much for being here this evening.
Yes, we are so thrilled to have Becky this evening, and she's already spoken to our group. She's actually a tested and certified medium through Mark Ireland, so she's on our site as a provider, and she's a meditation teacher on Insight Timer, which you all might be familiar with. I am, and I think that's just fabulous. She's also a certified at Heart meditative technique facilitator for the Heart Math Institute and the co-author of The Last Breath. Before Becky became a medium, she was a health and life coach for a Fortune 500 company supporting thousands of clients, and she holds a master's degree in education. Becky has facilitated workshops, mediumship demonstrations, private sessions, and group meditations every morning since 2020. When Becky's not connecting with clients, you can find her hiking her hometown trails in Eagle, Colorado with her husband, 2 children, and a 50-pound lap dog. I will put all of her website information and all of her links in the chat box and on the YouTube video. And without further ado, please join us in welcoming Becky Hesseltine. Welcome, Becky. We're so happy you're here.
Thank you. And thanks for that lovely introduction. And it's so wonderful to be here with everybody and everybody who is here live and everyone who's listening to the recording. We're together, and like Elizabeth shared, I'll be guiding you through a heartfelt meditation this evening. And so with that in mind, make sure that you're in a space where you feel comfortable to meditate. You have, less distractions around you, that kind of thing. But first, I'm going to share a little bit about meditation, the benefits of meditation, and then I'll lead you through a guided meditation, and then we'll spend time afterwards. You could either journal, but we'll have some Q&A. If you want to share your experience, we can have that time at the end. Does that sound good? Wonderful. And so a big thing about meditation is that it helps us create and cultivate a space of awareness of our thoughts, of our emotions, our physicality, and this realization that we are not our thoughts. And I'll repeat that: we are not our thoughts. We are not our thoughts. We are not our thoughts. We are the loving witness, the loving observer of them. And in our lives, we live very colorful lives, and in our physical life is very colorful as well. And this is a time this evening where we can take a sacred pause in our life and connect in with our hearts, connect in and allow for our hearts to speak to us, allow for that loving intelligence that beat our heart to speak to us and beyond. And another thing is that meditation as well has been something that has supported me through my healing journey. And it is one of those tools in your toolboxes that you can pull out whenever you need. And like what Elizabeth shared, I offer Monday morning meditations every Monday morning, 6 a.m. Mountain Time. So if you're around, feel free to join. And all right, so let's just go ahead and breathe together to start. And so go ahead and get yourself comfortable. And I like to share that we want to be sitting up, not laying down. And if you, for me, for example, if my head is against something, I might fall asleep, and that's okay. But if you want to stay awake through this, just sit comfortable. If you want something to support your spine, do that. And let's just take some breaths to breathe together, to connect with one another. You can have your video on and look at each other. You're meditating together. We get to breathe together, have an experience together. So just allow everybody in your heart who's breathing with you live, with the recording as well. We're in this community beyond space and time, physicality. Just gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And letting go of your day, letting go of your week. Breathing in, claiming this sacred time for you. Breathing out, letting go of everything that doesn't serve you right now. Breathing in this powerful love that you all share together. Sense of community, connectedness. And breathe out, release. And breathing in. And at the top of your inhale, allow for a gentle pause. And exhale. Fully allow all that breath out. Find a gentle pause at the bottom of your exhale. Receiving a breath in. Gentle pause at the top of your inhale. And allowing your breath to relax you, to settle you in. You're safe. There's nothing for you to plan for, nothing to worry about. You're right here, right now, together, breathing. Taking big, abundant inhales and exhales on your own. And releasing on every exhale, calming your nervous system, calming your body. Allowing yourself to arrive right here, together. pausing in your full life to be right here, right now in community. When you're ready, you could gently open your eyes and just notice that subtle shift. And what we did just there is we're moving out of those beta brainwaves, those brainwaves of stress and anxiety and worry, and moving into those calmer states, the alpha brainwaves, the theta brainwaves. And when you're asleep, that's your delta brainwaves. So just a show of hands, do you notice that shift? Do you notice that difference there? Yes, good, good. And we can use our breath to breathe us into those alpha brain waves where we can have more creativity, more flow. And as we relax even further, we move into more what's called theta brain waves. And that's where our intuition lies. That's where we can connect to that beautiful love of the spirit. And then delta is our when we're asleep. So when we're meditating and you might notice, oh, I think I fell asleep, or oh, I think I am now more aware, you're fluctuating between the two, and that's okay. And just to allow for your body to be calm, allowing your brain and your heart to relax and become one together. And that is that add heart technique. And that is a technique that I'll be sharing with you in our meditation today. And it is a technique that is science-based and is one that Fortune 500 companies use, professional athletes, Olympians, to move into those creative states, the state of flow. And when you notice yourself moving throughout your day, you might notice, okay, I'm in my beta brainwaves. Let's calm our body. You can use your breath, use that slow breathing and calming yourself down. And so I just wanted to see if anybody had any questions about that. Everybody understanding what I'm sharing so far? Yeah, and everybody able to feel that shift, feel that difference?
So if anyone has any questions for Becky before she starts her meditation, then just put them in the chat box and I'll ask her for you. But it looks like everybody's okay. Let's see. What do you suggest if your body starts aching? Lori's asked.
Well, we are very physical. We have a physical body, right? And that is something that, just like our thoughts, we notice the thought and we bring our attention, we bring our awareness into the meditation. And there's many different meditations out there. The one that we'll be sharing today is a guided meditation, but there's also a lot of different ones that you can research. But allow for yourself to notice that ache and come back to the practice, come back to your breath, come back to the guided meditation, and know that I don't know what's causing your ache or what have you, but if it's one of those like same thing as like an itch, or restless leg syndrome, I get that sometimes, and it feels like my body is too squirmy. You breathe and you allow yourself to build that muscle of awareness. I'm aware of this itch. I'm aware of this ache. I'm aware of this thought. And I come back to the meditation. And it is a muscle that gets stronger and stronger. And eventually, the more you do it, for the longer you do it, that ache goes away, the itch disappears, the thought is noticed and floats away, and we are not hijacked by those thoughts, by that physical sensation. Our awareness wins. And so that's a really good question.
Wonderful. That's a great answer. So thank you. And I don't see any other questions in the chat box right now.
Mm-hmm. And that is a very common question. Some people, before they meditate, it's good to maybe get some breath work going to move that energy and to also settle yourself in. And then noticing the thoughts will come, but you notice them and you come back. Okay, good. All right, well, let's go ahead and get settled in here. And with your, before we start, I just want to, if you have a piece of paper or a pen next to you, go ahead and write down an intention that you have for yourself. An intention that you'd like to cultivate. You may not know how it's going to unfold in your life, but plant that seed. Maybe it's a feeling that you want to have, an uplifting emotion. Go ahead and write that down on a piece of paper or within. Just take a moment to do that. And now just set it aside and let's share an experience, okay? I'll guide you through this heartfelt meditation. All right, so make any final adjustments you need to make to your posture. And when you're ready, you could gently close your eyes. Coming back to your breath, breathing in together. Breathing out. Your intention is set. Now relax. Allow for yourself to feel held in this experience. Feeling into the love that you have as a community all together. And on this next exhale, allow your awareness to fall out of your beautiful mind and into your loving heart. And take a breath, imagining breathing in from your heart and breathing out from your heart. Receiving a breath in through this abundant love that you have within your heart. And breathing out. And as you're breathing in and out to your heart, allow your physical body to relax. Relaxing into this sacred pause in your life. Giving yourself full permission to relax. Connecting into a worthiness. That you are worthy of this softening, of this stillness. Allowing your jaw to soften. All the tension you hold there, let it go. the space between your eyebrows, your forehead. Soften it, all the subtle muscles in your beautiful face. And bringing your awareness into your hips, your low back. Allow yourself to feel supported, to feel held right here. Feeling the subtle muscles in your hips melting and relaxing. Supporting you. Now bringing your awareness to your shoulders and all the heaviness you've been carrying around on your shoulders. Can you gently set it aside just for these 20 minutes? Finding more space between your ears and your shoulders. Sensing into freedom and lightness. Now moving your awareness back into your heart and all the heaviness you've been carrying on your heart. Can you give yourself full permission to set it aside? Allowing your heart to be liberated and free just for these moments. Feeling into the freedom your heart has, the lightness here. How expansive it feels to be breathing in your heart. And connecting into the beating of your heart. Connecting into that beautiful wonder of your beating heart. It knows just what to do. And sensing into that loving intelligence that is beating your heart right now. That loving intelligence that has been with you before your heart took its first beat. And that loving intelligence that will be with you after your last beat. Connect into that loving intelligence that lives right here. And that lives all around you. Connect with it. Know that this loving intelligence sees your intention. And it holds your intention. And allow yourself to surrender into this loving intelligence. You and this powerful love co-creating together with this intention. And go ahead and allow yourself to feel into the reality of this intention, the experience of it. The uplifting emotions that come from it. Allow yourself to be it, become it right now. Experiencing this uplifting intention. How it would feel, what emotions illuminate from it. Feel it all. Now go ahead and surrender it to this loving intelligence. Knowing that this loving intelligence is holding it, is holding you, supporting you and guiding you. And surrendering your awareness to this powerful love. The love that your spirit self is within right now. And the love that your departed is with as well. Go ahead and be with it. Commune with this powerful love. And the individuals who's sharing it with you. This is the most natural place for you to be. Within this love that knows beyond space and time and physicality. Where you can commune with the divine in your departed loved ones. Go ahead and rest your awareness right here. Allow this love to share an experience with you. And surrender into any healing and all the healing that's being offered to you. Receive it. Allow your awareness to fall deeper into this loving connection. This loving reunion Now go ahead, connect into a memory of how this feels. Cultivating this memory right now. How it feels to be in this state, this connectedness, bathed in love. Allow this beauty to marinate in every cell of your physical body. Illuminating every cell in your physical body with this profound love. Feel it. Cultivating this memory so you can come back to this state at any time. Coming back to this loving intelligence, to the love of the spirit world. It's yours to come back to. It's always been with you and always will be. And coming back to your beautiful heart. Noticing that powerful love that's in your heart. Noticing how far reaching your love goes. Sensing into this light and this love that's within you. And that illuminates within you. Beginning to see it within everyone else as well. And coming back to this moment, meditating in community. Those experiencing this meditation with you, connecting with their heart. offer out your love to them. This love, this abundant love within you. Share it with each other. Sense in the love that's being shared with you right now. Receive it. Those with you live, those with this recording, this love, this community, this bond knows no space or time or physicality. Sharing and receiving this beautiful love together. And go ahead and place your hands over your beautiful heart. And let's take a deep breath in all together. And a deep breath out. Another deep breath in. Deep breath out. And gently open your eyes. Look around you, those meditating with you. Share your love with them. Namaste.
That was wonderful. Thank you so much, Becky. And it's always wonderful to be able to do these meditations to connect with our kids. And it's important for us to be able to remember that this is one of our tools to be able to do so. Obviously, the gift that you have to be able to connect with our kids yourself is so wonderful. And when you do the gallery readings, it's always such a nice thing to be able to hear from these kids. But we can do this ourselves, and we can connect with our kids through these meditations. I must say, I felt my head popping back every once in a while, and I was very, very relaxed. I had to keep making sure that I was with you while you were leading us in the guided meditation, but it was wonderful. Did you want to see if parents had any thoughts or questions about this? We already have a question from Alicia. Why would I cry when meditating? This is my first time meditating. Maybe you could address that.
Yes. So these tears that you're feeling, or the emotion that you're feeling, it's this healing. When we connect into our hearts, it can feel really full, it can feel really big, and those big emotions, and allowing for yourself to feel and to meet yourself where you're at. And those tears, it's moving energy, it's healing. And to know that that's I I I also cry when I meditate too. It is just an experience, and it could be very healing. So, yeah.
Beautiful. Cindy is saying that she felt her son's presence near her, which is wonderful. We have people thanking you for the meditation, which was wonderful. So could you maybe, let's see, Elaine is saying, why does my earth body feel so heavy when I meditate? That's a good question. Maybe you could address that as well.
Mm-hmm. So, why does my earth body feel so heavy when meditating? Well, it's probably very relaxed, which is wonderful. And just to allow for your body to relax. And it might feel a lot heavier because of that. And, what's happening is that you are giving your body a break. When we're out of those beta brainwaves, our body is able to move into repair and restore. So it's relaxing. It's it's getting all those benefits of the relaxation. And sometimes it could feel like it's heavy. Does that help answer your question?
I think it does, but I think that
Yeah.
it's also important to know that it's almost as though, um, I mean, we have a lot of people who astral travel. It's the same way when you're getting out of that physicality, getting out of that physical space, and you're able to travel upward towards your kids. Um, it's interesting because Tiffany also says, I felt that too. It feels like my spirit body wants to float out, which is really
Mhm.
interesting. So I think that, when people do astral travel, especially for the first time, sometimes they can't even get back into their bodies because they're up above looking down. I think that that happens when you meditate as well. And I just want to tell a little, very short story really quickly, if that's okay. My daughter, who is now almost 30 years old, when she was 16, her brother Morgan passed when he was 20 years old. And she went overseas to study. She was doing a master's in London, and she felt as though she was completely disconnected from Morgan, although she had been very connected in the very beginning. She's very intuitive, and she decided to meditate because she was feeling sad that she wasn't getting that connection with him. While she was meditating on her bed, she felt herself float up out of her body, float across the room and towards the elevators in the block of where all the girls were living, float down the elevator shaft, float out the front door, and then float up to look at herself inside of her room meditating. And when she looked into her room, she saw Morgan standing, holding space in front of her. And she realized that Morgan had been with her all the time. And it was one of the most incredible experiences for her. So, what we're trying to do when we meditate is to leave that physical body behind and leave that heaviness that we feel here on earth and be able to connect with our loved ones in spirit.
Mhm.
And I'm sorry, I know that was kind of long, but I thought that was such a beautiful experience for her. Diana is saying thank you. That was an emotional experience. Angelina was saying my body vibrates, which is beautiful. It's a beautiful idea. Um, let's see. One of our parents is saying my arms felt like they weighed a ton. They also went to sleep, which is interesting. So I think that that's also that physicality that we feel from our physical bodies versus the spiritual side. Diana is saying that her heart was pounding. Is that something that you've heard of before, Becky?
Mhm. So I feel um, my heart pounding as well. And I'm curious with Diana, at what point was her heart pounding? Was it the beginning? Like what period of time that was? But when that starts happening, I like to think of it as like, wow, I'm feeling a lot of power. Wow, I'm feeling a lot of energy. Let's use this. Let's experience this and allow for that to share an experience with you. And what I mean by that is you could use your breath to just allow for your body, your physical body, to calm and relax, and then and know that that is energy and that's power, and to and it could be I believe that that is your own power. And when you're doing a meditation like this, uh, sometimes, we went into our hearts, but then we went to connecting with that loving intelligence. But with Diane, with her heart pounding, I would say stay in your heart a little bit longer next time, and just to allow for your heart to feel, allow for any of those emotions that are there, just to be with it. Hold space for your soul, hold space for your heart, hold space for your healing, being aware of it rather than being hijacked by it, just that loving awareness of it. And because you are your own teacher, and that loving intelligence is here to guide you. So just building that relationship with your soul and that intelligence is a beautiful relationship to cultivate.
That's beautiful. Thank you. So Natalie is saying, I felt great waves of infinite love and only solar plexus resisted from time to time, which is an interesting thing to say. So maybe you could talk about just a really quick, tell people a little bit about the chakras and obviously the solar plexus where it is, so that people understand
Mm-hmm.
what Natalie is talking about.
Yeah, so we have our energy centers, our chakra system. We have a few main ones. So we have our root chakra. So that's our security. That is our safety. And, when we're going down into our hips and allowing ourselves to feel held, to feel supported. And then we have our sacral chakra as well, and that one is our passion, our joy, and then our solar plexus. This is our I like to think of it as our creativity and our flame, and that fire. And then we have our heart, and our heart is that loving creator. And the bottom three chakras, those are very physical chakras. And so when we are able to move into our heart, we could move into a more of uh, our soul senses, the senses beyond our physicality. And with our heart, and that love center moves through our throat chakra, our communication, our voice, the way we communicate with ourselves, the way we receive information. And then we have our third eye chakra, and that's our intuition, our our uh, senses beyond our physicality, and then our eighth chakra, which is the connection to the divine. And so when it's nice to have those visuals, so okay, I'm in these primal chakras, the lower ones, but now let's create from the heart and allow for that creativity and that connection to the divine. And so, and then, but we're all, we have a physical body. And so, but our physical body is, we can, like the words of Joe Dispenza, make it an instrument of the divine. So connecting with it and connecting into that powerful, loving intelligence that is us in this physical body, but we are so much more than this physical body as well.
It's so interesting that you say that. And I have Peggy saying here, I felt a flow of warmth throughout my body. I also felt my daughter hugging me from behind. So very healing. Thank you. And I just want to say that this is work. It's not something that's easy to meditate. But when we do the work, and when we sit in the silence, and we remove ourselves from that physicality, there are some amazing things that happen. And I talk about Morgan hugging me from the inside when I was sad in the beginning of this journey. Carol Allen told a beautiful story of going to a celebration of life for someone who was a friend of hers, and having to sit in a meditation for an hour, and she felt like it was going on forever, and she thought, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can stay here and do this for such a long time. I didn't realize this was going to be this way. And all of a sudden, Tyler hugged her from behind towards the end of the meditation, and it was just amazing. And so there are amazing things when we start to cultivate and use these tools that help us to be able to connect with our kids. And it's important to know about them. Not all tools work the same way for everyone. They aren't always the right tools at the right time to be able to connect with our kids, but being able to be aware of them and utilize them as we move forward is really, really important. Natalie is saying Becky's voice is so incredible. We are immediately in the process, and that's true. You do have a beautiful voice for meditation, and that is so healing. And again, this is something that sometimes people try for the first time. It doesn't work the first time the way that it works the second time and the third time. But the more that you do this, the more this will work for everyone to be able to use meditation.
Absolutely. And it is the practice, and it is, this will be recorded, obviously, and you do it again and you have a different experience. And if you, didn't have that mystical experience, allow yourself for a new experience. And then I like the story that you shared, Elizabeth. They had that limiting belief, oh, I can't do this for this long. That's those thoughts. It's the thought, and it's like, no, I hear you, and I'm going to come back. And it's that practice, it's that muscle. And
it is something that's almost like training for a marathon. You start small and you work a little bit more every day. And I remember at a point back when I was before Morgan passed, before Chelsea passed as well, I was doing transcendental meditation, and I was to the point where I just could not do it every day. And I would, even when I was going back and forth from India on a plane, I would be meditating in the plane because it was such a huge part of my life. I think that any time that we're able to continue a practice and be able to do it every day, we just get so much better. And the benefits that we see from doing it are just incredible. I know that meditation is one of the reasons that I was able to connect with Morgan so quickly as soon as he passed.
And meditation also for me, when I started meditating, my life shifted completely and my mediumship unfolded. So it's just this, it is, and it is a daily practice for myself as well.
Wonderful. And Natalie is saying it helps us heal our heart for sure and be more connected to our children. I hope to find the best tool to go further and to be more in connection with my son, Loic, which is beautiful. Anna's saying I meditate every day and it's amazing, but it takes work. Your kids can help you, which is a beautiful thought. Of course, our kids are going to help us to learn how to meditate, which is such a nice thought. So we have just a few more minutes. Actually, it's just about on the hour now, but if you'd like to just say anything in conclusion, we'd love to hear you, Becky.
Oh, well, thank you so much for allowing me to share this meditation with you and allow it to be a practice. And this is yours, this relationship with what's beyond this physicality. And I do offer Monday morning meditations every Monday morning, 6 a.m. Mountain Time, and just to have that relationship with your own sacred pause within your day, and just to know that that is available. And there's a lot of different meditation styles out there, and to allow that loving intelligence to guide you into what is right for you. And if I could be a resource in any way, please reach out. And just sending all my love to you all. It's just so wonderful to feel into this loving group. You all are very powerful and loving and beautiful. So thank you for inviting me here.
Thank you, Becky. And everyone, this will be up on YouTube. Elizabeth will put it up and we can come back and do this meditation anytime we want to. So that's
Yes,
just wonderful.
exactly. And for the Monday morning meditation, can you remind us if it costs anything? Is it?
It's free. It's absolutely free. Just sign up on my website, and would love to share in community every Monday morning.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you for doing that. That's absolutely wonderful.
And also to follow Becky on Insight Timer.
Yes, follow Becky on Insight Timer as well. And then also, I just want to tell everyone that we will have Beth Lynch on Thursday night, and she'll be doing gallery readings. So 2 days from now, if you'd like to join us. But we are so happy that Becky was here this evening. If you'd like to say thank you and good night, then please.
Thank you, Becky. Good night. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Becky. Thank you.
Thank you, Becky.
Thank you.
Becky, everybody.
You're awesome.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Becky, everybody.
Thank
Thank you. Bye-bye.
you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. Take care.